going on YouTube? It's RyWill93. Haven't done a video in a couple weeks. Just a couple updates. The Savannah monitor is no longer here. He was just taking up a lot of my time, and his enclosure was actually dry rotten, and it was just a big hassle with him being up in my room. So I rehomed him, found him a good home. So I no longer have him, but I am getting back into snakes, specifically ball pythons. So I found a good breeder by me, and I picked up a couple, and I got another couple. I got like 2 or 3 more picking up within the month. They're just not ready yet. They haven't had their first shed, so yeah, so I'm gonna go through them. 2 of them are in shed, so their colors aren't gonna be really good, but for the most part, you know, you'll be able to see them. All right, first one is my male Mojave. He's going in the shed. He's eating really good. He's had 3 meals. He only eats live. He won't eat frozen. I've tried him. He won't eat it. I don't weigh them yet, just because they're still like little hatchlings. So there's no really point of weighing them unless you're planning on selling them. But I'm gonna start weighing them when they start getting around like breeding size. I'll start weighing them just to make sure everything's good. You know, just simple setup. Say, I forget what cord this. I think it's either 14. I'm not sure. It's decent size. There's my hand in there. It'll last them, you know, a couple months. Then I'll upgrade them. Upgrade all of them. But, you know, nothing special. I got flex watt and thermostat running through this. I guess you call it a rack. I am gonna be putting a shelf up here, and then probably another one. So I'll have room for about 15 snakes in here. The next one is 100% het albino female with, we don't know what else she has, but she's definitely not normal. She's not a normal, but you won't be able to tell from this because she's deep in shed. But I'll check out her eyes. She's really, like, she'll be shedding in the next day or 2. But she's my grumpy girl. So don't really want to mess with her too much while she's in shed. But she's got really high oranges on her. Like, really, she looks almost like an orange dream, but I know that's not the case, or what the breeder said. She's got something in her. We don't know, but she's really high orange. So I'm gonna be breeding her when she gets up to size with this one. This is one of my favorites, which one of the 2 snakes that actually got me back into ball pythons was this one and the Mojave, because I've always wanted one of these since I was younger, 13 years ago, and that's back when they were the big morph and they were like $5,000. It's my my male albino. He's gorgeous. He's got real nice orange on his head. He's just gorgeous, you know. That's what got me back into him. These pretty morphs. He's a good boy. He's a ridiculous eater. He eats hoppers like it's his business, and he eats frozen for me, which is good. So I can buy his food in bulk and just freeze it. So that's good. I don't mind that a couple of my snakes eat live. It's just I can't stand the smell of the rats and the mice. But it's whatever. I got a couple downstairs. But let's see. I got him Got him about 2.5 weeks ago, and this is his feeding schedule so far. He's eaten 6 times, all frozen, he's eaten 5 times, excuse me, all frozen, all hoppers, but he's never refused a meal. Like, I'm not overfeeding him, because the size of the hoppers I got, they're not small, but they're not big. But he eats twice a week. The other ones, the Mojave and the Het, I feed live mice, like just a normal mouse you pick up. It's a good sized meal for them. They eat once a week. They've had 2 meals. Well, the Hets had 2 meals, and the Mojave's had 3 meals, and they're due to eat tomorrow. I'm not sure if she's gonna eat because she's in shed, but I'm gonna offer her some food. He's in shed, but the guy told me that, my breeder, he told me that he's a rock. He'll eat anything. He'd eat a rock if you throw it in there, so I'm sure he's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be breeding him, my male albino, also to this girl, which is, this is gonna be an easy sell for me all day long. This is my female albino. I just picked her up last Saturday. She's had 1 meal for me. She actually won't eat frozen right now, but I'm gonna keep trying to offer her frozen. But she had a large mouse on Wednesday. You can see she's got a nice big old gut on her. She likes to keep her tub pretty messy. She always spills her little water bowl. It's just, like a sauce dish you get from Applebee's or something. Nothing crazy, but she likes to keep her enclosure messy. So I'm always in here replacing the damn paper towel. Unless she's in shed, I'll leave it wet. These things are just, I got these at Walmart. They're like solo cut bowls. I just cut them, cheap hide. I think I got 20 of them for, I'm not sure, 20 for like $3. Not bad. Alright, now this one, my breeder hooked me up on this one. I didn't pay anything for these. I actually, I had some guns because I was in the military, and I traded them a couple of my firearms for all these guys, including one I'm going to pick up whenever she sheds, but I'll go into that later. But yeah, he hooked me up because I gave him some pretty good deals on some guns. Nothing illegal, went to a gun shop, transferred into his name. This one right here is one of my new favorites. This is my pastel vanilla female. She is gorgeous. This camera will not do her any justice. I'm gonna try to bring her into the light. Look at her. That is gorgeous. He's like, I'm gonna hook you up. He's actually got a YouTube channel. It's Hughjorgan. Hughjorgan. You can go on there, and this is the Firefly to pastel vanilla, and this is one of the hatchlings. He'll actually show you, cutting the egg, and then I'll do an update, and you'll see it. But all these snakes are from him. She's gorgeous. Look at the colors. She's really, like, when I first got her, I had no idea how much they're worth and what you can sell them for. And then I did a little bit of research. Found out that if you wanted to buy one of these from a ball python breeder online, you're paying like anywhere between $700 to $800. And I'm like, wow, because I traded them a safe for her. I just told him I wanted just a pastel. He said, I'll hook you up. I'll give you this pastel vanilla. He's a real cool guy. He's not real stingy on the snakes. He's like, he sold me the albinos. I think he was selling them for like $250 for males, which is dirt cheap. They're like, you go on like backwater reptiles or anything like that, underground reptiles. They're like anywhere between $400 to $600, depending on male or female. So he's got really good prices. I recommend him. He's a real nice guy, Jeff. I'll be doing business with him a lot in the future. The one that's not here right now is my bumblebee female. She hasn't had her first shed yet, but you can go on to his channel. It's either BDK069 or Hughjorgan, and you can check out his bumblebees. One of those females are mine. And I'm also getting, I think, 2 normals from him just to breed them out. But I'm breeding the Mojave to her. Try to get some, just Mojaves, Pastels, Pastavis, anything, maybe a couple vanillas, whatever. We'll see. These 2, obviously, just going to be albinos, Who doesn't like an albino? They're gorgeous. I could sell these all day. $150, $200. People are going to buy them. They're just gorgeous. Prettiest snake, in my opinion, ever. And I'm going to try to prove her out, the 100% het. And also, maybe I'll find out what else is in her. I got just a Zilla 1000-watt thermostat. People complain about these things, saying that the temps aren't right in them. Well, you set it for 80 and it'll be like 95. Well, that's mostly because of your temperature probe. It's always coming off. That's what I think the problem is. What I did with mine is I took one of my spare tubs. This is the one I bring up my mice and stuff in, and I cut the bottom out of one, and I taped the probe for the thermostat along with the probe for one of these thermometers to it, and I foil taped it to my flex watt so I can see what my temperature is, and so it won't go nowhere. So it's saying right now it's 94.7. The plastic that I use to tape underneath of it is a little thinner, so it doesn't get to be like, it's not 94 on their spot. I'll show you what the temp is. The only thing is, it's in Celsius, if you know from my Savannah monitor videos. Let me see. See, it's like 28, and inside it's like 29 to 31, which is anywhere from 88 to 91. So it's pretty good. I like it. I got it off Amazon. I think I paid $30 for it off Amazon. It's been running perfect for me. Keeps my temps fairly nice. The flex watt and the cords and all the hookups for that got off of Bean Farm. They're really good company. I had a problem with my order, and they got into contact with me and sent everything out like right away. It's really cheap. They got 11 feet of flex watt, 2 cord setups, and 2 insulator packages, and it was like maybe $25-$30 with 2-day shipping. So I can't complain. But yeah, that's my setup. It's not a snake rack, but it's gonna be a rigged snake rack. Like I said, I could fit 2 more shelves in there, and I'm gonna put in my bumblebee and my 2 normals on there on the second shelf, along with my flex watt and whatever else I pick up. And I got big plans. These, I'm just starting out again, but I just want to get back into ball pythons. Comment, subscribe, like, just leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you got anything for sale, or if you're gonna want anything within the next 2 years. Because like I said, I'm not in this to make money. I am in it to make a little bit of money, but I'm not going to be charging arm and a leg for my snakes. I'm not charging $500 for albinos. I'm going to be selling them for $150. It's just because when I was younger, I always wanted one, and the prices were so high because they were fairly new. I couldn't have one. I'm not going to, have kids want one, but the price be so high that they can't afford it. So I'm going to sell all my stuff cheap, make some kids happy. But yeah, that's my video. All right, appreciate it.